If you get pain or a blockage in the front of the wrist when weight bearing on the hands and your rehab or mobility drills are just focused around the wrist joint itself, then you're overlooking a key component to fixing this. Oftentimes people with an inability to extend the wrist fully have a hard time keeping the knuckles firmly pressed to the ground. As the forearm travels over the hand, if I exaggerate this limitation, you can see the metacarpal bones are now inclined and already places the wrist joint in extension, crowding the front of the joint early, and you no longer have space to move the forearm over the hand. Now, in order for the hand to flatten out when we're extending the wrist, the fingers need to be able to extend, which pushes the knuckles downward to the floor. First, we'll work on the hand intrinsics, stretching out the lumbricals. These muscles flex the fingers but also extend the proximal and distal phalangeal joints. So in order to stretch them, we have to do the opposite motions and bend the ends of the fingers as we pull them back. Place the hands face up on the thighs, make sure we're in neutral wrist position or even slight wrist flexion. We can create an isometric by trying to flex the fingers into our opposite hands, relaxing and pulling the fingers back more. Next, we'll want to get some length and load through the forearm muscles whose tendons cross the wrist joint, moving all the way to the tips of the fingers, so we'll want to be in wrist extension. My favorite drill is a finger extension plank on the foam roller. The intent is to drive the fingers into the roller as you try to pull the knuckles toward the ground. You can hold this statically, isometrically, or dynamically moving back and forth. So there you go, now your crappy wrists are no longer an excuse for sucking at handstands.